Well, guys, we've made it. It's the end of Speed Weeks. It's the Daytona 500. Hello, guys, and welcome here to the Daytona International Raceway for race number 1 of season number 7 here for the Jello Cup Series. I'm Brian James here in the booth, and joining me today is Dillon Young.
First off, it is great to be here, and it's an awesome time to be here at Daytona Beach, Florida. Here, sunny weather out here, beautiful, and it's just unbelievable that we're here at one of the greatest tracks that's out here in the Jello Cup Series. History could be made today.
Hey, history could be made here. Memes could be made here as well. We've had a very rocky start to Speed Weeks. We've had kind of an interesting duel, kind of a quiet one. Is this today where all hell breaks loose?
Well, you never know what could happen. If you notice on the bottom of the screen, there's 40 laps for today's race. Anything's possible, and who knows what can happen. I mean, you never know what can happen with any of the drivers, especially with some of the rookies that are in the field today too.
Yeah, and I should note this is a bigger rookie class than season 6. So there's a lot of new names here, a lot of new faces. Of course, some of them have had their run in the trucks and the Lift National the last 2 days, and also the ARCA race last night. So, you know, will that experience pay off is going to be the big question.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I know a few people that are on the rookie field that have some good experience elsewhere that are coming here, so keep an eye on some of those guys. But, of course, we got to get through that starting lineup just to get ready for that green flag there. So without further ado, let's take you down.
All right, actually, we'll just show it on the side of the screen here. So, Dillon, who's your favorite here?
Well, I mean, this is really tough to say because Daytona International Speedway, and you could be from the front of the field to the rear of the field. But a few people that really come into mind there that really is going to stick out the most. I'm going to go with one rookie and one veteran. With the rookies, I'm definitely going to go with Roberto Crown Jr. I've seen him in the past how he's been able to run through a track like this. He's done very, very well. He's going to be one driver to keep an eye on for sure when we take that green flag there.
All right,
So,
I'm still getting used to numbers, so I'm trying to look for them right now. Let's see.
Somewhere over the rainbow. I couldn't help it.
Sorry, guys, we're struggling with I'm struggling. He's got the numbers on his sheet, so we'll just stay here.
20.
Number 20. I don't have number 20 on here. Holy crap. We might have an issue here.
Sir.
But, yeah, I'm going to just stick with that. I know he's on the roster somewhere. So,
somewhere.
All right.
Oh, my. This is going to be fun. And then as far as the veterans concerned, of course, we got to keep an eye on Zachary Fitzwater. That's no really much of a surprise. Fitzwater's been very well known in the community, and he's known to try to win Daytona 500s in the past. So keep an eye on that 4-car as well. And,
hey, another thing to add to that, too, he was a 6-time winner last year. He is the first driver to go back-to-back-to-back in the Jello Cup Series. So,
and that's a big feat too. So you got to really wonder what could Fitzwater pull off on his hat for next season. You never know. So,
exactly.
Fingers crossed.
Now my thing is the rookies have always won at Daytona in the 500. There's never been a veteran that has come in here and win. I think that ends, and I think it ends with Nate Rattray. Believe it or not, I think he could pull it off. He almost pulled off the championship at Ricky Raceway. And, of course, he was very good in his duel. Him and Zach Fitzwater were side by side the entire duel until Keith Stevens came through and just stole it from him. So, I have my eyes on that 24.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, there's plenty of favorites all together in the veterans and the rookies, but I mean, this is going to be an exciting race. 40 laps of action, I guarantee you. I know I'm ready. You're ready.
I'm ready. Hey, let's get going. We'll be right back. We're going to roll our special intro for Daytona, and we'll be back here with the green flag on GCN in just a moment.
Eli Bright, Brad Silver leads the green here, underway for the Can-Am duel. Number 1. And already a quick start for Eli right on the inside lane. Here comes 42 down low. Minor also points up for grabs. 10 points to the winner, 8 to second, 6 to third. Fourth place gets 4 points, and fifth place gets 2 points. The rest of them walk out with none. We'll see coming to the line. Joseph Curtis going to win Can-Am Pool 2. And back behind Daniel Williams wins the second transfer spot. Oh yes. And now you're his teammate this year, so this will be interesting. You want to lead him to the Green Angel?
The green flag is in the air.
And already we're going to start the 3-wide action. Angel, we're probably going to see a lot of passing here today. I think it is. We will see. Turn 4. If Jessica McNeilson has anything, she's got to pull inside, and she won't. Trent Fusion wins the Daytona 500.
Pace truck will peel off. Austin Horton leads us to the green flag. The first ever Hitachi truck race is underway. To try to win this? I don't think so. Eric Phaeton is going to win the first ever truck race here at Daytona. The question, who will take it today, is Dan Hummel will lead us to the green flag. We're underway at Daytona. Is going to win the NASCAR Racing Experience 300 here at Daytona.
All right, welcome back. And you know how we were looking for Roberto Crown? He's not in the field today.
Well, this is what happens, folks, when apparently you get the sheet of all the drivers, but apparently not the drivers for the 500. So, my deepest apologies, folks.
Yep. So I guess I gotta apologize for making him mess up, which made me mess up. So we're off to a great start.
I should just look at the 500 lineup and go from there. But anyways, as we come off of turn number 4, we're about ready to take the green flag here. So I'm gonna let Brian take care of this from here while I pick my rookie driver and go from there.
All right. He may make an after green pick, but here we go. They're making their way out of turn number 4. The
means you're gonna be strong already.
All right, the pace car is off, and season number 7 of the Jello Cup Series is green at Daytona. All right.
And that rookie driver to pick is going to be Spencer Mills for the rookies there. So
Spencer Mills in the number.
I probably looked, and I promised myself I didn't want to butcher any of the first names.
All right,
so
he
heard
is.
it from me.
He is definitely in the field, and he's in the number 37. Okay.
That is why I double checked and looked.
Yeah. Nathan Faden going to go to the lead with no one behind him.
Yeah, and he got a bit of a good run coming off of turn 2, and you could see there was a gap between the 3 and the 17. He was waiting for the draft to really kick in, and now that you're seeing the drivers are starting to scatter all around using the low line and the middle.
And look at this, the 2 Chevys up top trying to make something happen. Now the 62's in the sucker hole.
Well, look at Charles Sanford, that 0-3. He's trying to work on that high line there, trying to get some momentum to try to lead that first lap, but he's getting some good run there. And at the line,
I think Sanford's got it.
Barely going to get it.
Let's see. Oh, it's still glitching through,
Yep,
and
got it.
Sanford got it.
That 0-3 just got a bit of a run on that high line, just enough though. But as like they say, it's not going to last long though. That inside line's going to really kick in, and that's where you really want to be.
Oh yeah, and here goes Nathan fading to the lead, and he got the nickname Cardiac fading in the playoffs because this man, I don't know how he made it through a few of those rounds, but somehow he did, and by just a matter of a few points.
Well, the playoffs is really interesting because no matter what driver you are, you got to be ready for the 3 races. If you don't do well the first 2 races, you better bring your A game in that 3rd race and try to win. If you don't, then you're in some trouble.
And somehow he always brought his A game. And look at this, 3 by 3 by 3 all the way through the pack.
Dick Clark barely got that lap led over the 17 there.
Yeah, and keep in mind, these guys are battling for double the points. So there's more at stake here at Daytona.
Yeah, like you mentioned, though, 3 by 3 here, and that's a common thing you like to see a lot in the super speedways to get some really packed racing right here. But the main thing that really comes around is that dreaded big one. Obviously, a big question mark that comes around no matter what when you come to a track like this or Talladega. And right now, I know early on they're not going to do something absolutely crazy, but give her time when the laps do tick in, especially nearing about 10. That's where you may see some of the drivers make a little more aggressive moves there.
And another thing to note, too, as Dillon said at the beginning of the broadcast here, 40 laps. This is more than what we ran last year. We upped the laps because of the addition of ARCA series to the channel. So now there's a few more laps where you guys got to stay patient.
There you see the 21 there looking at the inside for the lead on Joey Trickle there. And obviously, you can see the way how it worked. I mean, Sanford's able to get that high line to work in the first lap, but obviously that high line really is not where you want to be right now. You basically just want to work your way up to the front and just kind of do what you can to stay there.
And he's in the worst position right now, by the way, because he's in the middle of that pack. If something breaks loose there, he's going to be in the middle of it. But you see here, the 8's going to break free, and now the 11's going to make something happen.
You can see that 8 there's trying to work on that middle line there, but Max Anderson just saying, all right, you tried to block, now make it work.
Oh, boy.
Well,
here we go.
Wide the front of the pack.
Samet
Ozkan
Ozkan
is in the worst. The 17 and the 21, they're definitely in the worst spots right there.
Oh, boy.
And the worst place you want to be in 4 wide, definitely going to be turn 3 and 4, no doubt about it. Just really gets pinched around that area.
You don't want to be that way on corner exit, and you see they solve it.
That's a good move right there. That's just called, you know what? That's just way too early to do that. Let's just back out and be ready to get going, man.
Yeah, and look who's crawling his way to the front. That's Nicholas Jawit. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
That's the first time I've heard that name there, too. Actually, I've heard the name before, but this is the first I've heard it pronounced. But he'll lead that first lap right there, and he got a good run coming in that middle in that 41 car. And now here comes the 5, working to the inside line. And, you know,
Bouchard.
Oh, man, that 23 car. That 23 is getting a little testy right now, and I'm seeing that's the second time I've seen him do that.
Oh, boy. But as that happens, Daniel Bouchard goes to the lead, and he's got big shoes to fill because the guy who drove that car last year averaged about a 10th place finish and won the regular season championship.
But as you notice, though, we don't have our champion from that ride there, so obviously, you know, it's going to be a different take to see what he can do. But obviously, you know, pressure is always a key thing there.
Oh boy, Austin Shaw.
Marlon Tayami is going to lead
This is going to be the worst area.
Ooh. Coming off the tri-oval, heading into 1. That's going to be fun there.
Oh, they got to solve this.
That they're up in the front of the field there. That's not a good place to be.
Oh, no. This could take out easily half the pack, and they solve it quick. The 7 moves up. Oh, they're wrecking back. 88, Parker Smith. 16, Ben Crouch. Oh, Zach Fitzwater.
Oh, there goes. It's the commentator's curse. It's happened again.
Oh, boy.
Looks like the 24 looks like it's going to be okay there. Carter Joey. Like he got through it right there, but these guys got to calm down when they hit the line, though, because this is always the interesting part to watch there.
Yeah, and
at the line,
up front,
like it's gonna be Dillon Young going down by. But as far as what happens from here,
I believe
so. Fun to watch because these guys got to really take it easy coming down to the line afterward, because you got to really make sure you get yourselves in line where you got to be lined up and not trying to take each other out. So.
Yeah, and of course, we'll go see what happened real quick to bring out that opening caution. Well, Dylan, 4 wide doesn't work here, and this put an end to a lot of people's Daytona 500.
Well, the thankful part is we thought that 4 wide in the front was going to be the one that caused the accident, but this was thankfully in the rear of the field. But looked like Parker Smith was going to have
Yeah.
to say, and they just got a little bit of an extra bump. And
Yeah.
the 34, I believe that was up ahead, that just got clipped right there. And I don't know how
Yeah.
much that's really going to affect the car, but he got extremely lucky out of all that there. It could have been a lot worse there.
I'm not going to lie, I thought the 65 and the 88 would have it, and then as I looked through, Carter Joey might have gotten a piece of the 65 and pushed him right into Parker Smith and caused that wreck.
Yeah, he got very lucky out of all that there. And this a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse right there. Zachary Fitzwater, tough break for him. He was
Yeah.
looking forward to this race, and well, not a way to start the season, especially after what happened earlier in the last year there. So
Yeah, unfortunate for him, and we'll take you back to the green here in just a moment. Well, Dylan, we don't normally have pit stops, but this might be the only set of stops for the race because we don't normally have them here at Daytona.
no, but you know what? This always now brings a big question. Will there be a lot more, strategies that will come along the way early on? And Charles Sanford, what happened to him? He's like really, really slow coming down pit road.
It looks like he had to check
Dillon
up.
Young taking
Oh.
Dillon Young got a slow stop there.
Not a good stop for him, and you see the Bell Tire guy, Alexander Rowe. It looks like he was going to get out in front, but a lot of...
Ford's got some right side damage there.
Well, who won the race off? Brian James won the race off the pit lane. The one race contract driver. I'm going to assume there's a lot of fuel only because these guys were nowhere near the front of the pack. And well, maybe Austin Shaw wasn't.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens though. I mean, there's definitely been some big time strategy, and
Actually,
Brian James though, he jumped up to the front though.
I was going to say we'll be right back with the green, but the pace lights are off, so I think we'll stay put.
Definitely a weird strategy call by the GCN guys for allowing this to happen. They basically take their pit stop and then the lights are already off, so this is going to bring a different meaning of getting ready to go back to green there.
So, yeah, we usually have it be 1 lap because we don't expect pit stops here. And then, of course, we want to show you as much green flag racing as we can. So that's the reasoning behind it. So with that, it's going to be Brian James in the lead, Tyler Rattray in second, Bafode Sacco in third, Marine Tayami in fourth, Austin Shaw fifth, Diego Yepes is up to sixth, Daniel Bouchard in seventh, Michael Collins eighth, Alexander Rowe in ninth, and in 10th is the rookie Casey Horton.
It looks like there's some disagreement between a couple drivers there, it looks like the 6 and the 17.
They should have waved this off. The green flag is out.
Another car down low in the apron almost. I'm not too sure who that was.
Oh, there's guys coming off the pit lane.
And they got off in the nick of time. Like, I mean, they saw it. Oh, man, they're going to get lapped down.
Oh, they're merging at the wrong time. This is a lap traffic moment presented by Fitzwater's angriness.
Guys, you're not supposed to reenact Kevin LePage out there. Please don't do it.
Look at this. They're all having to go high.
But there's not really much of a choice there. And that 24 now wisely is going to hit the apron there.
Oh, boy.
Charles Ibrahimian's way far off. Charles Sanford with an issue. Oh, man, the pole sitter.
Yeah, and you thought, if you were sitting there thinking, man, Charles Sanford's on pole for the 500, what could he possibly do to mess this up? There's your answer.
An issue in the car. Yeah, it looks like it's something on the inside of the car has an issue, not on the outside.
Well, and if you were mad at Charles Sanford for allegedly cheating in the clash, hey, I guess karma took care of itself.
Right now, though, the 42 of Bafode Sacco, though, is out in front. He's enjoying that lead, but now, battle for the lead, about ready to go by with the 00 of Marion Tayami.
Yeah, Marion Tayami going to the front, and here comes Michael Collins as well in that number 6. Of course, Michael Collins made the playoffs last season. He did not win a race and didn't make it past the first round. But you imagine he wants to build off of that playoff momentum.
Well, of course, I mean, this is the best track to do it on, the 500. It's the opening of the season, so you really are making a
Yeah.
statement by trying to win at a race like this.
And of course, those double points, as mentioned,
Quarter of the
that'll
way
put you
complete, by
in.
the way.
Yeah, we're a quarter of the way there. I don't get to say that very often. But hey, here we go. Now back behind, we got some 3 wide. Here comes the defending champ, Scott Upton. And Scott Upton's championship was a surprise last year.
It definitely was interesting, but I think the bigger surprise was the fact that he moved to a different car. I think that's what really surprised a lot of people, though. Why would you go to move a car after winning a championship? But
3
maybe
wide
he's
for the
pulling a big brain
lead.
strategy.
3 wide for the lead and dead ahead. That's 65 of Giorgio Stumu.
Giorgio better be careful, man. These guys are hauling, man. And, you know, the
Yeah.
last thing you want to see in your rearview mirror is a 3-wide battle that's coming at your rear bumper.
Yeah,
there.
and hate to say it, we're going to have to bring up Zach Fitzwater's face again because it's a lap traffic moment presented by the Angry Man.
Oh, look out. Yepes.
Oh, that whole...
Smart.
That-
And those people in the high line, they are just going to be in the SOL position. The guys
Yep.
in the inside line and somewhat in the middle, they are free.
But-
And one of those guys I've seen, actually 2 of the guys, teammates, the Penske drivers, they were in the rear of the field at the restart of the race. Here they are in the top 10
Yeah.
right now.
I should point out that up until that moment, they were single file, so this might not have been too detrimental for those guys who got caught behind the 65, because now they can catch the tail end of the last guy's draft.
Tyler Ratty, though, going to take the lead from the 77, trying to lead his first lap of the race. And at the line, will do so.
Oh, no,
77 got
Yepes.
some momentum.
Yeah, Yepes
That
is going to
18
lead
gave a
that.
shot there. But I'm surprised that 18 is a Toyota. You'd think the Toyotas would help out each other, but no, Chevrolet and another lap car they're approaching. That's Dillon
Yeah.
Ibrahimian.
Yeah, Dillon Ibrahimian in that 38. And this one could be a little bit stickier, except it's on the straightaway.
Normally in the straightaway it should be okay.
They're gonna split 'em.
Be in the 9 car. I have
Oh, no,
idea
they're
what
not.
He's trying to do, and it works. Yep, is going to get held up, and wow.
Dillon Young got by too before that lapped car took
Oh
over.
man, that's 77 of Yepes, man. He is just getting stuck, and he better be careful because of that 99 right within the quarter panel. Oh man, they're gonna dodge a
Man.
bullet. These guys that were in the rear that lost earlier in the pack, they are now catching up, and it's just a mess out here. Look at the gaggle of cars all behind the leaders, stuck behind the 38.
Yeah, and they're starting to get free. The outside lane is. But that inside lane is
man.
going to be held up.
Now that everyone's trying to jump up to the high line or trying to push the 38 to the high line, those guys that are trying to pass them, they're like, no, man, keep them in that position. We want to get by. The guys down low, they're like, no, man, we need to get by. Push them up.
Another lapped car ahead. That's the 03 of Charles Sanford.
3 wide for the lead. No, settle back out.
Oh, man. You may have some words for Charles after this. Dillon Young's about to get blocked by the 03.
And Sanford's committed to that low line, but Young said, no way, I'm not getting stuck by him there. And he's
Yeah.
going to get around and lead the lap.
Wow.
That's called being aggressive when it counts right there. And he made a statement right there.
I thought this would be sour grapes for a moment, but hey, Dillon Young made it work.
I think he basically told Sanford, I mean, hey, man, you do what you got to do, but I need to get by. And he
Yeah.
just swung that car down low.
And here we go. Another one.
Another slow one.
Man, we're just
And slow
hitting a
guys
marathon of them. Tune in a few minutes, see who else they try to lap.
And remember that 88 was involved in that first wreck right there. So
Yeah.
this should be interesting to see how it goes. Young, will he be 2 for 2? Yes, he
Oh
will.
boy, and he's really slow. He could cause a wreck.
Man. That 96 tried to get around and no dice at all.
Look at this. The 2
Top
Chevys.
3 literally have ran away, and now the cars are starting to break out. It's like trying to find the needle in the haystack, trying to get around that slow car there.
Yeah, and this pack's going to come at him very fast. But here goes
If you notice
Brandon
what
Harris.
the 96 did there, he basically moved him down the middle and basically said, all right, I need to get around. He shoved him out of the way.
Yeah. He's had
Now
enough of
Brandon
this,
Harris.
honestly.
I don't blame him. Brandon Harris, though, going to take the lead from Dillon Young.
Yeah, and
Right now, it's a 3-car breakaway with the lead. However, 4th place on back, starting to reform into that pack there, at least a
Yeah.
somewhat decent pack, and they're going to catch up to those leaders in no time unless another slow car comes along the way.
there is Nate Rattray up ahead, so, but that's quite a ways ahead. You saw right there, not in the picture. You see, though, the 62 gets around the 2, and Dave James is in a one-race contract ride, so this is his only chance. Of course, these guys not really going for the playoffs, but they're going to steal a win.
They don't care, man. A win is a win. They just do not care.
Yep. Exactly. They don't care where they don't care what they do to these regulars here. But obviously, this is also in a way an audition, because who knows, teams next year could look at these guys and be like, they were in pretty well in the 500. I'd like to see what they do on other tracks.
Well, it is the biggest race of the year and the biggest purse that's out there. So, of course, they're going to do what they can to go out there and bring home a W, man, for that team. And yeah, you never know what could happen, too. Right now, though, like I said, top 3 still roaming away. But look at the line when you see the intervals on the left side of your screen. See how the leaders are all together. Let's see what 4th place is real quick. See how much that gap's closed in.
A little bit. But
A little bit.
They're
single file, but this is what's going to help right there. These leaders battling right here.
Yeah, I was about to say, these leaders are single file, which helps them out. It helps the gap kind of not close as fast, but now they're battling here, and this might be a 3-wide battle in a second.
Yepes also knows they're trying to battle with the 15 there, and that's not what you want to do. You want to work together. He said, why are you guys battling? You want to win. Let's go.
Now
they're catching up that 24 just little by little, and what do you do if you're Brandon Harris, Dillon Young, and the 62 out there right now? I mean,
man.
all 3 of those guys, Dave James there, by the way, all trying to catch that 24. What do we got to do? Well, forget the what do we got to do. Those leaders behind are coming, and they're catching up to that 24 right now.
Yeah. And I suppose here's the other thing. This is a Chevy. There are now 5 of the top 6 are all Chevys. Do you see them possibly playing nice, cutting them a break?
Split them in the middle?
Oh, man. Are they going to split a Chevy? No, they're not.
Oh, no. I thought they were at first, and no dice right there. And only one of those guys that was in that front of the pack is going to get by. The other 2, they are just stuck behind the 24.
I thought for sure that 24 would cut his Chevy friends a break, and this 7's about to get swarmed in a second.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to be when you're the leader, is just basically get bombarded by a whole bunch of drivers that are trying to chase you down and all that. And see, some of the guys that were getting really held up from earlier are actually starting to catch back up to the pack there. That's a good sign right there.
Yes, and we just hit the halfway mark as well. That's another big accomplishment, I guess.
Right. Only one caution. It was a very small accident, so we really got away with a lot of things there. But especially that these lap cars really have been absolutely been bastardly trying to go out there and just cause mayhem and all. This really has broken up the pack, so really nothing bad can happen unless someone makes a really bad move. They should be fine for the most part.
And we've seen it before. People get impatient in lap traffic, and of course, we got quite a ways to go before we hit our next lap car. So now this is really where we're going to get to see who has the stronger car.
Well, not only that, too, but also the fact that these drivers here that are slowly trying to bring themselves back into the pack, we may see some of that good old-fashioned Daytona, Talladega-style pack racing that's going to be coming along the way here. So this is actually something that these drivers got to know and be ready when to make that timing, too. So anything's possible these days.
Absolutely. And this front pack, I would say about 12 cars. I would say about 10, 12 cars. And of course, 2 of the guys in this pack, of course, Scott Upton, your defending champ. And then, of course, you've got your Lyft National Series Daytona winner, Dan Hummel, back there in the 25. He's also the defending Lyft champion. So you gotta imagine he's feeling really good about where he's at.
Right now, the 00 definitely having a really good car. The funny thing is, even when letting that lap car was keeping coming on by there, that 00 has been in the front there most of the way. Same with the 15. So those 2 have been really, really strong coming out there.
Yep.
So keep an eye on those 2 drivers all together when this end of the race comes on by.
And I note again, no veteran has ever won the Daytona 500. Joey Trickle is a rookie, but it is his second Daytona 500 attempt. So
got the good old one-offs, man. And look at Dillon Young in the 2 there. Basically powered his way through to getting that 3rd spot right there. And he knows he's like, hey, man, you guys want to get up here. Let's go.
Yes, and a familiar face back out in front. That is Scott Upton. Again, he had to use a provisional to get into this race, but he is making the most of it right now.
Yeah, and it's always awkward when you know that, you have to make that past champion provisional, but at the same time, it's a race like this, you have to use it.
Yeah.
And right now, he's making very good use out of it. And if he really pulls the win, then that's really a good sign for that 99 team for the higher at most there.
Yeah, and a first-year team as well, that Trackhouse team. We'll see what happens with them. They're going to catch some lap traffic again, and they're going to catch the slowest car in the field right now.
Parker Smith, and I mean, they're going 3 wide right now.
And his teammate's going to take the lead.
Over the middle.
Oh.
Oh, man. Young and everyone in the middle, they just checked up poorly. It looked like a bomb went off there.
Boy, he really helped his teammate there, don't you think?
He did.
Samet Özkan to the lead.
Jesus, he helped him easily. He's like, oh, I found my teammate and block you.
Yeah.
that's called that's team orders right there. If that ain't, then I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. They're gonna split them.
In the middle. But the Devils, they get lucky with that lap car right there, and that's really gonna hurt them.
And Dylan Ibrahimian, I think, just said, "Oh, you got help from your teammates." So you thought.
Yeah, he was trying to find his own teammate there earlier on too, but he just couldn't seem to find him. So he's like, all right, guess I may as well make the use of myself there.
Yeah. Tim Randolph now the leader, by the way, and he is a former Coke 0400 winner. So he should be considered a favorite here late too.
Trying to win the Daytona 500. It's always the tough strategy that comes around here because, some drivers they have to worry about pit strategy. Some drivers they got to worry about the time of getting up to the front and making the passes. And plenty of other things that come along the way. And I mean, to win this race, you have to think of everything in that situation, no matter what. And look at the 9 going 3
my
wide.
gosh.
Can't seem to do it.
Samet, no, he got his nose there. And it's going to happen.
He dove that car in there.
3 wide for the lead.
I'm telling you, Samet Özkan there, he literally dove that car down in there. So, unbelievable.
Yeah, this should...
I'll give the A for effort, but just not going to make it work, though.
No, he did not, unfortunately. And it's going to help the 99 and the 15 here, because look at them closing.
Look at this. Scott Opton, he just got reeled in by the 15 there, and that 15 of Joey Trickle there just made a move work on that inside line right there.
Yeah, he just pulled a nice little slingshot, and Joey Trickle going to go up to 4th.
That's the power of the draft right there coming out of track like this. It really comes in handy at most there.
Yeah. Up ahead. Oh, no, we don't have anybody up ahead. Not for a while. But Dave James leading. Again, we mentioned he's only running this race, and then he's done. Now, he could really steal not just a win, but basically a guaranteed playoff position from the guys who are battling for the playoffs.
Yeah, and those power of the one-off drivers, they know they just got this at stake. This is their one only race they have. You may as well go out, go big or go home. There's nothing that's really stopping you and all that.
Oh, it's 48's pitting.
And a driver coming down pit road.
That would be the 48 of Austin Shaw.
Uh-oh, that probably is going to be a bit of question mark. So we're going to see green flag pit stops.
If we do, this is going to be nuts. And not to mention, Austin Shaw's by himself. This is really going to hurt him.
Yeah, and he wasn't really too deep into the pack, too, so this really will hurt him. He will probably hope for a caution or at least some sort, basically not to get lapped down, but also the fact that, you just need some insurance along the way.
Yes, and if we do see green flag pit stops, are the manufacturers working upstairs with their spotters saying, hey, bring the Fords down this lap, bring the Toyotas down next lap? Is this what we could see?
The only one that came down, though, from what it looks like. That's a bit of a surprise.
I'm wondering if he's still on pit road, because if he is, it could be a mechanical issue. No, he's out.
Back on the track. Probably something quick, but right now the leaders, one more slow car they're about ready to approach.
And that would be Austin Shaw's teammate, Giorgio Stumu here.
And this is where it's going to get really bad right here.
And the 48's merging, too.
And look out, that 48's leaving pit road, too, so this is going to be a bit of a mess.
Yes, and here's the thing, if the 48 doesn't have damage, he could very well have a say in who wins this race today.
Oh, yeah, and look out. I mean, these guys, they know that 48's not damaged and off the pace, but he is technically up to speed, so... And don't look now, Pack 2 is actually reeling in Pack 1. They are trying to do what they can. They're like, please, hold them up a little more. Don't hold them up too much, but just hold them up enough just so that way we can catch up there and try to battle for this win.
Yes, in the 05, the 8, or the 05 and the 2 are leading this pack. If they could just get single file, they could really make something happen, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Yeah, too early on right now, but the time's ticking. If you notice, next time by will be 10 laps to go.
Yeah, exactly. And normally this is the final lap of the 500. Oh, the 2 is...
contact!
Oh, man.
Well, I think both the 2 and the 05 right there, they probably held their breath right there. That was a little too close for comfort.
I don't think he liked the giant tinkling man on the hood of that car.
No, and I mean, that was probably a hold your breath moment right there.
Oh,
That's a scary moment right there as a driver. You don't want to deal with that altogether. And now here they come dealing with the slow car here. And this is where, obviously, that whoever can get by, they may have a chance to win it. And
yeah, if they want...
Eyelight's going to get held up.
Yeah, I was about to say, if they want any chance of winning this 500, they got to make quick work of the 65.
Yeah, that's not looking good right there. You got 2 basic giant packs right here.
Oh,
Once
look
again,
at how
a bit of
close
contact
they
in the
are.
back straight. They keep it together. Now, if a caution comes out, we have under 10 laps to go. This will mean a lot of things. And a couple cars almost rim riding the wall right there. And 4 wide for position.
Oh, boy, the 48.
Oh, that's scary. And I think the 48 knew he didn't want to be in that spot. But, hey, man, when you get crowd in there, you got no choice.
The 48 making it 4 wide. That's going to make you an enemy very quick in this field.
Yeah, but he got out of there, though. That's a smart piece of driving right there. Next set of slow cars they're approaching.
And it's the 48 one or 88 once again of Parker Smith.
And this is where it's gonna be fun right there. Remember, his car's got plenty of damage and it's gonna be slow and
Look at the 14.
Oh, some contact in the back straight there.
Oh man, someone
the 14 and the 96. Trevor Collins, he almost got dumped right there. That was way too close.
I'm shocked they aren't trying to dump the 88 at this point and just say, get off the track.
Well, they've been dealing with lap cars all day long, ever since that first caution. And I think a lot of drivers have just had enough in general, and they're just like, get off, please. And now here comes the top 4 dealing with the 24.
Oh, boy. It's not good.
Now with this situation, normally it shouldn't be much of an issue, but if you notice how some lap cars are, they're not really being too much of an issue, but they're kind of just chilling out in the middle.
So... this, in a way, by the way, the 48 and the 62, now the 62 is going to lose the draft, but I was about to say, if that 62 didn't, the 48 Austin Shaw, that's his Lyft National teammate. You know, do we play teammate right here?
Now the top 4 now have broken away from that 24, and you notice that second pack actually is kind of swallowed up part of that first pack, and they're just trying to do what they can to just reel in these leaders as quickly as possible, because you notice that ticker, it's just going down. 7 to go right now. And
you're looking at the list, by the way, of all the cars a lap down. And the reason I'm showing this is, I gotta remind you, there's overtime here that's at stake as well, if we do get a late caution.
No. I don't know if you may want to look now there, Brian, but the leader better be careful. These guys are battling up ahead.
Yeah, Keith Stevens, Simon Davis, someone's got to figure this out very quick.
I think the spotters are trying to tell him, hey, man, you may want to make your move quick. The leaders are coming. They are not going to be too thrilled. And look at the 48, keep in mind. He is a lap down right now. He's trying to give his lap back the hard way.
Man, and I'm telling you, if you're in that 05 or the 2, you're sitting there right now, you're just clapping your hands together, rubbing them together, and just like, oh, man, we're in business again.
That 15 is just getting bombarded, stuck behind these drivers. He's literally just getting walled in right now.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
He just shoved the 43 out of the way.
Now he's got the 48 behind him.
5 to go at the line next time by. Keep in mind, the top 2 are the main ones bound for this win. That's the 15 of Joey Trickle and the 21 right here.
That is Skylar Martins.
Of Skylar Martins. And remember, that 48 is trying to get back on the lead lap the hard way. Here they come to the 38.
Did I?
Oh, no, don't do it, Ibrahimian. Oh,
and he moves up.
Block him right there, but they get around.
Oh, he'll do it to the lap cars, though. He almost did it to his teammate. He almost decapitated his teammate.
That would have been a very scary sign right there. That would have been an interesting team meeting altogether. But
I would not want to be there.
Those guys in that big, huge pack, they are not looking too good right now.
It's 5 to go.
They needed some insurance right there. They needed that slow car to come over and really hold them up, and they're really not doing their job.
I was about to say as well, if we... Oh, what happened to Samet Ozkan?
Oh, he had a pit stop. That's what happened, and they're going to get around him.
Oh, boy. this is another factor now, because we've seen the 9 and the 48 come to the pit lane. The Chevys seem to have an issue with fuel.
So now it brings the question is, will they hold on gas? That's going to be the big thing altogether there, but Joey Trickle continuing to lead.
Oh, man. And should I
man,
note
it's
as well, the top 5, 4 out of the 5 are rookies right now. No veteran has ever won the Daytona 500.
And right now, man, I'm telling you, if you're Joey Trickle, you are feeling the pressure. This is a small-funded team, and they're trying to win the biggest race in the ball, man. They could really pull this off, and it'd be an upset and a half.
And all 3 of his teammates didn't make this race either, by the way.
So he's really got some big shoes to fill right there. And right now, he's doing it.
That pressure has got to be building for Joey Trickle right now.
Some of these guys that are a little bit behind, they started to figure out that pack, but they got to get moving. They're like at least 3 seconds back, so they got some work to do.
And these guys have been working oh so well together as well up front.
Simon Davis, remember, he was one of those guys that got involved a little bit, but got around, no problem.
Dick Clark has no damage, and he's back there, which raises an even bigger question on fuel.
You see it on that flagman, though, 3 laps to go, and that time is ticking. Time's running out.
And like
it's looking like right now it's Joey Trickle in the 21 right now, bound for this win. There's no way that 42 and the rest on back, they're going to try to get that win. I don't see it happening.
Oh, man. The 21 and the 48 were side by side, and now they're going to get the tail end of this 15's draft. Can the 48 help the 21 get a win?
He's saying not so fast, man. You
No.
already know he's helping the Chevy.
Yeah, he's going to play manufacturer order here.
Now you see on the flagman waving 2 laps to go.
If the leader takes the white, it's over.
Joey Trickle, man, you can tell he is feeling the pressure, but he knows he's got a good gap, and he's got a lap car behind him in front of the 21 there. He's in really good hands, though.
And he could play nice here. He could maybe let that 48 by without letting the 21 by.
I don't think so. You never know what can happen. Here they come.
See,
One last time with a lap car.
And it's that 88 once again. This could be huge.
That 21's looking inside. He knows it's go time. You got to go now, and I don't blame.
He's got to be saying, come on, 88, help me out. Oh, and he will.
He's going to block the whole lane.
Oh,
but
man.
blocks the 21 more.
Yeah.
I think that may have been all she wrote right there.
Yeah, I think
However,
so.
the 48's going to get his lap back right here.
White flag, 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes.
And I guarantee you, Trickle, he's trying to tell the 48, hey, man, get your spot. Hurry up. Do something.
Come on, you got this. That's what he's saying here.
Joey Trickle, a rookie, first start of the year, trying to do what he can. 2 turns away from winning the Great American.
Yes. And it should be noted, he does have that R next to his name. This is his 2nd Daytona 500. How about 2nd time's the try?
Here he goes. He's cleared. I think that's all she wrote right there for him there.
The 48 did not have enough to get around the 15. So through turns 3 and 4. We said rookies have won the Daytona 500. Joey Trickle is not a 500 rookie. In his 2nd start, Joey Trickle wins the Daytona 500.
Happy birthday, Joey Trickle. 2nd start, Daytona 500 winner. What a shock right there.
Oh, man. And he did it in the most dramatic fashion with all that lap traffic.
For a Rick Ware racing car.
Man.
Unbelievable.
Oh, boy. You better believe the biggest small team you could find, and they win it. Oh, man.
And the rookie streak continues at Daytona in this series. I guarantee if you're the veterans, you got to be thinking to yourselves, what do we got to do to win this thing?
Yeah.
What do we got to do to break this streak? And the rookies, they're just coming in and be like, they're waving and taking those victories away from you. It's actually pretty funny to see that, though.
Not to mention, Joey Trickle had to qualify his way in as well. This may just put him into the top 33, effective race 6. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But congratulations to Joey Trickle. He is a Daytona 500 winner. We want to thank you guys for watching. Dylan, we want to thank you for joining us.
Hey, not a problem. It's great to be here and all that. Even after the sloppy beginning we had both in the commentary, it really picked up in the entire race, though. So it was fun altogether.
man.
Thank you for having me aboard.
Yes, not a problem. And we will show you your results and standings. We'll be back here next weekend when the Jello Cup Series takes on the Homestead Miami Speedway. So until then, guys, goodbye, everyone.